I was about 16 when I got asked what I wanted to do with my life. And I was 16, I was a child. Maybe some of us know then. Maybe some of us have a feeling of where to go. I didn't. And I thought it was very strange that these adults asked me this. I wanted to play video games. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interest. I did terrible at school. I just kind of made my grades work in the end. And this always haunted me. It made me feel as if I should have known. As if I should have known what it is that I wanted. Years later, in my 20s, I read a book called How to Find Your Passion. I was very unhappy at the time. I had tried 10 years of studying my mom's dream. I tried 4 different studies. I only finished one. 2 months later, I have a job. 3 days into the job, I realized I made a terrible mistake. I hated it. So I buy this book called How to Find Your Passion. And the book was about people not finding their passion, but after 2-3 years old, getting a guitar in their hands and starting to play like a virtuoso, hours a day. I don't think these people found their passion. They were born with it, or it just came. And I was already in my 30s, 20s, 30s. I wanted to learn, but how do I find my passion? My whole life I thought I was a screw up because I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't feel I had any particular talents. I slept bad, I ate garbage, I smoked. And it wasn't until I asked the question, but what do I want? And people had asked me in the past, like the teachers at school, what do you want to do with your life? But I don't think or feel that they actually meant it as a question. They had an idea in their heads of what they think I should have answered. And I could feel that. Why did nobody ask what I wanted? So around 30, 35, I wanted to answer this question, but I couldn't. I had no vocabulary for this. I had no way of connecting my feelings to the things that I like because I didn't really like anything, although I thought. And this question kept humming in my mind like a mantra. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do I want? And for the first time in my life, a thought was generated for me from the inside, the place where energy becomes matter. And I thought, at least I want to be happy. I wrote it down and I was like, okay, now what? What do I do with this? And then intuitively I managed to let it linger. I just left it there in the back of my head. I could feel my subconscious churning at it. What do you want? I want to be happy. What does happiness look like? What does happiness look like to me? Well, I always like to organize things, organize events for my friends. So maybe I want to organize. Maybe I want to organize events. And I found a company here in Finland, in Helsinki, that organized events. And I messaged the then event producer. And I just asked, hey, can we have a coffee? To my surprise, he said yes. And I just wanted to learn. 2 months later, I am volunteering there. Then I worked there for free for 3 months. Then I got a shit pay for a couple of months. Then I got a normal pay. And only then my life kind of started. From there on, with this question, what do I want? And my authentic answer, all of a sudden, all these opportunities and doors start to open that weren't there before. Another decade later, I find myself really happy, part of a beautiful community. I make all kinds of art. I started my own company. I invented a tool called descriptive communication. I've written a book that's hopefully coming out soon. All of a sudden, I have all these things. And when I was 16 and this teacher asked me, what do you want? I thought I had to answer this. And I thought that I would have had to have it already all at 20. And now here I am, and I'm happy. So I want you to know that if you're 15, that if you're 25, and if you're 35, 55, and you haven't yet answered the question, what do you want? Then this is your opportunity. And it's nobody's responsibility but your own to answer that question. Even if I wish that people would have done it for me. I just simply wish that some people would have said that this takes time for some of us. That this is a journey that can take a long, long time, in my case, decades. By answering the question, what do you want? Honestly, kindly, politely, direct. That's how we can create authenticity in our life. And this authenticity becomes the oil that greases our own personal universe.